Well, I've been doing this uninterrupted. No, I've been interrupted a lot already. This is an awkward t-shirt to wear. Okay. Stop being weird. Okay, I did it again. Don't do that. Welcome back to another interview of me, by me, for me. We're gonna start out. First question that I always do. What age am I? So, I will be 23 in 20 days. It's the 11th today, so 20 days. 21 days? 20 days, 21 days. Do your own maths. So, as you can tell, I'm in the same room as I was last year. My hair is longer. My glasses are different. I don't know what else. It's been a year, pretty much. So, the next question, what did I get up to in the past year? So I think I mentioned in the last video, I can't remember, that I moved back here from uni, summer 2023, and I got a job. So I've basically been working since like autumn time 2023, so that's like over a year. I can say where I worked. I worked in Marks and Spencer's. You get a 20% discount when you're staff, which is actually quite good. And I will miss it because the food is really expensive, so I will miss that, but that's fine. It was alright. It was pretty good. I worked as a bra fitter. Kind of against my own will. They kind of pulled me aside, or like they pulled me aside and like took me up the escalators and were like, so we're gonna train you to be a bra fitter. I was like, okay, don't really want to, but sure, why not? So I did that, and actually I quite enjoyed it. Sometimes I got really good at it after a while. Like, I knew the shop floor off by heart. I knew the bras off by heart. Got really good at times. I would do a fitting, and sometimes I wouldn't even have to measure the person, but like I'd measure them, they would tell me their size, and I would just be able to work out just from looking at them, to go out on the floor and get their size, and it would be perfect. Or it would take like half an hour, and it was just not fun. But yeah, I mean, I gained a lot of confidence through doing that. It was stressful to start with, but then once I kind of got the hang of it, it was a lot easier. I also really enjoyed it because it was quite, I want to say satisfying, but that always sounds a bit odd when you're like, oh, I did bra fits. I looked at people's boobs and it was satisfying, but that's not what it was. It was like, I was able to, like, a lot of women that would come in and a lot of the younger girls that would come in were really insecure about how they looked. So when you kind of fitted them in a bra that like suited them and it fit and they felt comfortable in, you watched like their body language change and they became way more confident and comfortable. That's what I enjoyed. I enjoyed seeing that process happen from someone looking really defeated to somebody feeling good in themselves. That's what I really enjoyed. That I made some great friends. I'm going out with some of them tonight. It's like a goodbye thing at work. It's great. So that was, and that was nice. Work, I hated it. I hated working in that shop, but the people, the staff, that's what I'll miss. I would definitely say I'll miss that a lot. I also went on quite a few trips. Actually, quite a lot. I've written them all down. And I'm like, oh my god. So the first one, I went to the Isle of Man. It was before I did the last video, but I didn't mention it. And I'm counting it in the thing because it was a fun trip. Went to the Isle of Man from the 3rd of April to the 8th. And only because we were stuck in a storm. The boats were cancelled and the weather was really bad. It was one of the big storms that happened. So we got stuck, so that was that. And then I went Birmingham to see Trin. From the 14th to the 19th of June. And then me and a few friends and a few people that I didn't know but then made friends with went to Donegal from the 12th to the 15th of July, which was fun. I've never done a wee friends holiday somewhere. That was good. We were in Slave League. Like literally, like you have the mountain and then like you follow, there's a road to go up, and we were literally in a wee house, wee Airbnb, like right beside the mountain. Like I walked like 5 to 10 minutes up the road and you got there to like where you get the bus up to the cliff. It's pretty fucking great, and you could drive up, so we did that a lot. Had a barbecue, like roasted marshmallows and stuff. It was really fun, and we went to the beach and it was good. It was a good wee trip. And then from the 6th of August to, I don't know if it was the 9th or the 10th in August, anyway, went to Paris with my mum and my sister. This wee girls trip. Stayed in this gorgeous little town just outside Paris near Disney. It was so pretty. But we were there specifically to watch the Olympics. Mum impulsively bought a ticket and we got tickets to see the rowing events and canoeing event in the Olympics, which was actually, it was a bit boring, and I wouldn't really rate going to the Olympics if you don't give a shit about it, which I don't. But it was nice. Like the environment was nice because everyone was like cheering on everyone. I don't know, the environment was nice. It was good to watch. Being in the centre of Paris, we went one day, seeing all the Olympic stuff was quite cool. So we did that, and then went to Brighton the 2nd to the 6th of November for Tally's birthday, and Trin came down. We had a lovely time. It was great. It was weird going back though, like as a tourist. I know I've done it once before, but like I'd changed a lot. Like I'd gained a lot more confidence, and it was like, oh, this is weird. Why did I not do any of this when I lived here? Yeah, it was nice. I really enjoyed it, and it just like added to the fact that I want to live in a city for a while because I miss everything being so accessible. Anyway, then I went to Bristol to see Jem for their birthday, the 24th to the 27th of February, which was nice. And then most recent one, on the 6th of April, me and my friend went down to Dublin for the day. That was my most recent trip. That was my longest ever drive. Which also leads into the other point that I'm going to say. So I learned longest drive, it's like 2 hours down, 2 hours back, and I drove in a new city for the first time, like big city for the first time, which was terrifying, but I did it, and I had a lovely time, and the weather was nice. So yeah, I learned to drive. I passed on the 11th of May, so it's been almost a year. In a month exactly it will be a year. It's completely opened my world. I can just, if I want a subway, I will go and drive and get a subway. It's great. I've gone up like the north coast a bit, found some fun places, just kind of pottered about. Like I can just nip into town, I can do all of this stuff. Completely opened my world. It has changed my view on Northern Ireland because I hated it here. I still do. It's not for me, but it's livable. Like there's communities, there's things to do. If you have a car, there's obviously things to do. Belfast doesn't seem as bad as it was because, well, I was a teenager when I made that decision, and now I'm an adult who kind of does things. But yeah, it's completely changed my view. So if in the future I end up coming back here, it'll not be the end of the world, because I know I have friends here. I know that there's things to do. There's like a community that I can be in. It'll not be the end of the world if I end up back here, and that's okay. It's okay. Just accept it. So maybe I will, maybe I won't, I don't know. But yeah, in the past year I had lots of fun, made friends, drove about, did lots of things, gained a lot of confidence in myself, and yeah, just existed. It wasn't half bad. There were obviously low points, as there are all the time, but there's a lot of good points as well. Third question, we get back into the fun ones. So the third question is, what are my hobbies, and did I pick up any new ones? So hobbies, still sewing. I learned embroidery and I did some good embroidery for a bit. I don't really do it as much anymore, but I've made like a few things. I enjoy it, I can do it, so it's there, it's a skill that I have. Guitar, if you can see that sitting there, I picked that up a bit more recently. I've been enjoying it. Haven't played it in the last few weeks because I've been busy, but like learning songs and just doing that. And I'm like, I've played it, and every time I play it, I'm like, God, I could be in a band. I don't know, I just enjoy it, and if I'm feeling crap, I'll play the guitar and I'll feel a bit better, and I get to pretend that I'm in a band and on stage and being really cool. Singing is another thing. In my car, I sing all the fucking time, which is fun. So on the did I pick up any new ones? I tried doing dance. So I went to a hip hop class for a bit, and that was okay. But I didn't like the teacher. The environment in the class wasn't too good. It was too full. There's too many people there. Then the most recent thing, I tried breakdancing, because I go to a wee community centre sometimes when I want to do something. And my friend goes there and he does breakdancing, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do breakdancing. I did it twice and I was terrible, obviously. I enjoyed it. I think I just enjoyed it because I enjoy the activity of like doing something. But it's not for me. Not for me, but I tried it. Yeah. And another one that I really enjoy doing is like working with wire, making jewellery and stuff. So I've made a ring or two. I don't have any on. And I made this. I have examples. So this is one of my wee crystals that I have, and I made the wire that goes around it. Oh, fuck's sake. It's just got swirls about. He's still very vocal. Same dog. He's 14. My most recent creation, I love, and I wore them when I was in Dublin, are these little hair spirals. Fucking hell. I was like, oh, I'll keep the window open because it's nice. No, you have your man. Shit. Anyway, I made these little hair spirals, and they've got little crystals on the end. This is a plain one. And then I did this one, and I wrapped like another bit of wire on it. You cannot see that. But I think I want to get like a copper colour to wrap around. It would be great. It gets all in your hair, but it's cute. So I do that. And clothes, I suppose. I had this revelation that clothes can in fact be a hobby, and I really enjoy making outfits and going shopping secondhand for clothes. So that's that, I guess. Question 4. What books am I reading? Was in a dry spell for reading for a while. Picking it back up again. So far I'm reading, I've read 2 and I'm on my 3rd/4th at the minute. So I read a book called Anam Cara. I don't have it with me, I gave it to a friend. It was very good. It's kind of on like Celtic spirituality, your relationship with others, yourself and the earth, focusing on love in all aspects of life and things like that. It was very good, very interesting. There's some things I didn't really enjoy. I don't know, it was just, there was no like explaining the Celtic side of things, what they would have done, or like their stories really. It was just all like words, but it was interesting. And then another one, my most recent finish, Brave New World, and I really enjoyed this, and I wanted to get like Animal Farm and 1984 and all. I want to read all of those dystopian novels, so I read Brave New World and I enjoyed it greatly. It was a very easy read. This is my current one at the minute. Ireland's Forgotten Past by Turtle Bunbury. What a fucking name. It's an amazing name. So it's a history of the overlooked and disremembered, kind of how I'll read this bit. Every field, wood, stream and rock seems to hold another secret about Ireland's past. Hilltop summits crowded with ancient forts, riversides studded with ruined castles, the ghostly outlines of primeval forests, the overgrown graveyards where forgotten ancestors lie. So it just kind of is like little history facts. And a fun thing, it has like illustrations throughout the book, like lino print illustrations, and it's just so cute. It's just very good. I like it. And then I have like a book that I dip into. It's a big history book. Oh, it's a bit dusty. If I'm feeling like something else. Not very far in, as you can tell, it's very big, but it's on the 7 Wonders of the Ancient World. And I am on, what one am I on at the minute? Zeus at Olympus. Is that right? Hang on. Yes, I'm at Olympia, not Olympus. So, yeah, reading about the statue of Zeus at Olympia. Got 3 more 7 Wonders. No, 2 more. Yeah, 3 more, and then the Library of Alexandria. But I'll not get through that on time. But it's good, and I just love learning about that stuff and learning about the past. So those are the books. Next question is, what music am I listening to? So this I had to split into 2 questions because it is a very extensive, very loaded question. So the past year, since where we left off last time, I got really into K-pop. Because I'd just gone to K-pop night before I filmed that. And then I just, like, I wasn't like freaky deaky about it. It's like a casual listen. I have 1 photo card in my car. So a few of my favourite groups, New Jeans, ATEEZ, Kiss of Life and SHINee are some of my favourite groups. And then some of my favourite songs, Sugarcoat, the Kiss of Life but Natty's solo, so fucking good. I really like Cool As by Key from SHINee, and I crossed out all of New Jeans' songs because, like, bar 1, they're really good. For my favourite ATEEZ, It's You, which is the Yeosang, San and Uyong little one on one of their albums, which I have that album. I bought that album. Oh, it's so good. During that time as well, I got into hyperpop. I saw Alice Glass live. That was fun. So a couple artists that I always go back to that I'm really into at the minute: Hozier, Doechii, Chappell Roan and Biba Doobie. I like literally all of their music. Another genre would be like a whimsy goth shoegaze kind of thing, which I was into before. So a few songs from that, for example, Sugar Hiccup by the Cocteau Twins, Sabbath Bloody Sabbath by the Cardigans, and When You Sleep by My Bloody Valentine. Those were all great favourites of mine. recently discovered a band called Mary in the Junkyard, and I listened to all of their music. They do not have a lot of songs out, like 2 EPs and a single, and that's all I listen to at the minute. And then more recently I got into jazz, bossa nova, and then also some R&B, and I'll give a couple examples. So Opato by, and I was going to learn how to say this, but I forgot. Wow, Joe. J-O-A with a wee thingy O. Gilberto. And then for R&B, Why Don't You by Cleo Soul. And now we move on to question 6. What is your favourite song at the minute? Which is also an incredibly loaded question, and I wrote this maybe 2 days ago and some of the answers have changed, but I cannot remember the names of the songs, so I'm just going to stick with what I wrote down 2 days ago. Better in the Dark by Jordana and TV Girl. That has been one of my favourite songs since I found it a couple summers ago. Very, very good. Ditto by New Jeans. In My Bed by Amy Winehouse. And then a more recent one by Mary in the Junkyard, who I have quite recently found. It's Tuesday by them. It's a very good song. All of their songs are good. There's not a bad song in their discography at the minute, obviously. So that's, yeah. Question 7. What are my biggest achievements from the past year? Which is also a big question. So I guess they're in no particular order. I just wrote these down as I was thinking about them. Learning to drive. It took, I think 9 months, maybe. It took quite a while. But like according to my instructor, by the end it was like, it took to it like a duck on water. Like, it was just, I love it. It's so fun. The fact that I like put in that effort to learn and did something that I've always wanted to do. That's a big achievement that I'm quite good at. Quite happy about. Gaining self-confidence, like social confidence. I'm not there fully, but it's a lot better. I basically forced myself to be social and be more myself in social situations, especially in work, where I tended to kind of mold myself to fit in. And then I just started giving up on that because it made me miserable, and I just tried. Obviously I wasn't fully myself at work. I was a little different, but like, I forced myself to be more me and to be okay with that. And then also gaining confidence through trying new things, trying new food, trying new skills like the dance. Still out of my comfort zone and I'm awkward, but it means that I know that I can do it, so that when I go away I can try these new things. Yeah, and just do something new and get out of my comfort zone, which I've done a lot of recently, just doing things I'm not comfortable with to be comfortable. As one of my friends says, his comfort zone, or to reach the things that are out of his comfort zone, he needs to put them in his comfort zone. That's not exactly what he said, but that's pretty much what that meant. And I was like, that is so true. I like that. I really like that. So I'm like, I'm going to apply that to what I do, because why not? My friends inspire me. Another thing I'm quite proud of, one of my achievements, is learning to feel comfortable kind of in who I am, which adds to what I just said. Not trying to hold back on the people pleasing and be like, if they don't like me, that's their fault, it's not on me, vice versa. Also, while remaining kind and willing to sacrifice things for the people that I care for. I tried doing this thing where I was like, I'm gonna try and be nonchalant and not care, only to find out that I am rather chalant, but I know when to be nonchalant, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to put it into words. It's all up here. I will know. So yeah, I'm basically just centering love and joy in my life as much as I can. I love my friends. I love food now. I love clothes. I love doing all these things and wanting to like make that important and things I focus on. Yeah. Question 8 is a fun one that I was like, I wrote this down and I was like thinking of like what questions to write, and I wrote this down. I was like, I'm a genius. This is such a good question. Why did I not think about these before? So what are my top 3 moments from being 22? So, in no particular order. First top moment, seeing Bikini Kill live. Free tickets, front row, last show of their European tour. Made eye contact with Kathleen Hanna. Witnessed her have an argument with people in the crowd. Kind of shit for her, but oh my fucking god, was it amazing. You do not argue with Kathleen Hanna. People tried to. So yeah, that was when I was in Birmingham at the C-Train, and fortunately nepotism sometimes works in wonderful ways. We get to go to a concert and be on someone's guest list, the organiser's guest list. See Bikini Kill live in the front row. Oh my fucking god, I did that. I breathed the same air as Kathleen Hanna. Next one. I went on a trip to Armagh with one of my best friends. You think Armagh? Of all fucking places? No, it was great. We had a lovely lunch. We went to a museum and pissed about. Found costumes that you could dress up in for like kids and stuff. Got dressed up in them and filmed like these dancing TikToks to a Booba Doobie song, Real Man. That one, and like it's so fucking fun. We pissed about in a church for a while, drove home. I don't know, like it was just such a good day, and it was so fun because it was so chaotic that there was like the whole few weeks in the start of the year which were like really fun, but that was one day that stands out. And he's a very good friend of mine, so that's always great when you have amazing days with amazing people. And then again, more about the driving. My third top moment is passing my driving test with 2 faults and 2 compliments from the instructor, or the examiner. Compliments on my turn in the road manoeuvre and handling a situation very well. My faults were dealing with oncoming traffic, which I still have an issue with, but that's okay. At least I don't crash the car. It was great. That was actually, I was so prepared for that driving test. We went before, and me and my instructor went round like practice route around Larne, and then when the thing happened, waited for the examiner, got in the car, and I was like in my head, this examiner is just a little sat nav just sat beside me, so I didn't stress myself out, so I just treated him like a sat nav. And then we proceed to go the exact route that I had just done like half an hour before with my instructor that morning. Oh, perfect. Couldn't ask for a better test. And I passed, and it was great. It was wonderful. Yeah, so those are my top 3 moments. And question 9 is, what are my future plans? What will I be doing age 23 and up? Well, in like 34 days, just about a month or so, I will be moving to Australia. I'm gonna do a holiday working visa, and I hope to stay for at least 2 years, maybe stay for the 3rd. But yeah, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna work, I'm gonna explore, I'm gonna make friends, see the world, do things. I'm absolutely fucking terrified and I'm shitting bricks, and it's the scariest thing I will ever do. But I'm so excited and I need to go at this point in my life. Like, that's just something I need to do. I don't want to sit in like 20 years time, 30 years time and look back at being 23 and think I could have done this. I don't want to regret not doing it. I want to have at least done it, tried it. If I don't like it and I come back, fair enough, but I at least have tried it and done it. I've always wanted to move away. Sure, I moved away for uni, which was great. It wasn't overly far, but it was the furthest that I could go and wanted to go at the time. And then I finished uni, didn't have anything to do. Decided I'll take this year to work, save up, so that I can then do something. And I've decided to do the holiday working visa in Australia. So I'm very excited. And that is also another reason why I've kind of been doing all these things here, like socialising and stepping out of my comfort zone, so that it's easier to make such a big change in my life and to have a completely clean slate. I don't know anyone there. I'm not going with anyone. So just to make that make the thing that's out of my comfort zone in my comfort zone. I think also it's not something that I'm really thinking too deeply about at the minute, but my future career, I guess. I like work in a museum, archives, or in like a national trust or something similar. If I move back here, move back to the UK, something like that, history related, I think I would enjoy that a lot. I'm a lot more comfortable around people, around the public, so that is not something that I'm going to shy away from doing, because I can do it. I know I can do it. So that possibly. Basically my future plans is just to live and experience life. I'm not really on the internet anymore. The world is ending pretty much. I don't know when it'll end. It's kind of nihilist way of thinking, but I just want to live in life and do all that I can and not regret it in the future, or not have the opportunities anymore to do the things that I want to do. Just exist and enjoy and be scared and do, I don't know, just experience, be open to change and explore. That's kind of the future plan. See where life takes me. Yeah, and as we are reaching 35 minutes, we go question 10. Will this be the last 10 things about me video? Yeah. Currently, at the minute, it will be. I think it's a nice end to this chapter of my life, to go on to other things. And that's okay. It's okay. Change is good. Change is good. You never know, I might come back to this at a later date. I might, when I'm older, I might decide to do another one. I don't know. But I think this is a nice end to it all. Yeah. So that has been me from 15, I think, to 23. Well, I'm 22, but 23. Yeah. Wild. Okay. It's been fun.